Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Sara English. I'm Sarah, and I'm really happy you are here with us today.
And I'm Mike. It's great to have you here again. We hope you are comfortable, relaxed, and ready for another useful English conversation.
Today, we are going to talk about something that sounds simple, but can actually be quite difficult: how to stay consistent every day.
Yes, because starting something is often easier than continuing it. You can feel excited on Monday and decide to study English, exercise, read, or work on a personal goal.
But then Tuesday comes, and you feel a little tired.
Wednesday arrives and you become busy.
By Thursday, you may think, I'll do it tomorrow.
And suddenly your great plan has disappeared.
That happens to almost everyone.
The problem is not always a lack of motivation.
Sometimes the real problem is that we make our plans too difficult.
We tell ourselves, I'm going to study English for 2 hours every day.
Or, I'm going to exercise for 1 hour every morning.
These plans sound impressive, but they may be difficult to continue.
Especially when you have work, family responsibilities, or a busy day.
So today, we want to talk about a more realistic way to stay consistent.
We are going to talk about small actions, simple routines, realistic goals, and what to do when you have a bad day.
And while you listen, think about one thing you want to do more regularly in your own life.
Maybe you want to learn English.
Maybe you want to read more books.
Maybe you want to exercise.
Maybe you want to spend less time on your phone.
Or maybe you want to work on an important personal goal.
Whatever it is, ask yourself one simple question. How can I make this easier to do every day?
That question can change the way you think about consistency.
Let's first talk about what consistency really means.
Consistency means doing something regularly over time. It does not mean doing something perfectly every single day.
That is an important difference.
Many people think consistency means never missing a day.
But real life does not work like that.
You may get sick.
You may have an unexpected problem.
You may have a very busy day.
Or you may simply feel tired.
Missing one day does not mean you have failed.
The important thing is what you do next.
If you miss Monday, you can start again on Tuesday.
If you miss a week, you can start again next week.
The goal is not perfection.
The goal is to keep coming back.
I really like that idea because it makes consistency feel less stressful.
Yes, if you believe that one missed day means everything is ruined, you may give up completely.
For example, imagine someone decides to study English for 30 minutes every day.
They follow the plan for 6 days.
Then, on the 7th day, they become very busy and cannot study.
They might think, I broke my streak, so I'm not consistent anymore.
But that is not true.
They studied for 6 days. That's already consistency.
One difficult day does not erase the progress from the previous 6 days.
So instead of saying, I failed, say, today was difficult, but I can continue tomorrow.
That is a healthier way to think.
Now let's talk about one of the biggest secrets to consistency: starting small.
This sounds very simple, but it can make a huge difference.
If you want to learn English, you do not have to study for 2 hours.
Start with 10 minutes.
If you want to read more, start with 5 pages.
If you want to exercise, start with 10 minutes.
If you want to write, start with 1 paragraph.
Small actions are easier to repeat.
And when something is easy to repeat, it has a better chance of becoming a habit.
A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking too much about it.
Brushing your teeth is a good example.
You probably do not need a motivational speech every morning to brush your teeth.
You just do it.
Exactly. It has become part of your routine.
The goal is to make useful activities feel more like normal parts of your day.
Instead of asking, do I feel motivated today?
Ask, what is the small action I can do today?
That change can help you stop depending on motivation.
Because motivation is not always there.
Some mornings you wake up feeling excited.
Other mornings you just want to stay in bed.
If your plan depends completely on motivation, it becomes difficult to continue.
But if your plan is small and connected to your routine, it becomes easier.
For example, if you want to practice English, choose a specific time.
Maybe you practice for 10 minutes after breakfast.
Or you listen to an English podcast while walking.
You can connect your new habit to something you already do.
This is a very useful strategy.
Let's say you drink coffee every morning.
You can connect English practice to your coffee.
Every morning after you make your coffee, listen to English for 10 minutes.
Soon, your brain starts to connect those two activities.
Coffee means English practice.
And that can make the habit easier to remember.
You can do the same thing with exercise, reading, writing, or any other goal.
Choose something you already do regularly and attach your new habit to it.
Another important idea is to make your goal clear.
Instead of saying, I want to improve my English, make the goal more specific.
You could say, I will listen to English for 15 minutes every evening.
That is much clearer.
You know what you need to do and when you need to do it.
Instead of saying, I want to read more, say, I will read 5 pages before bed.
Instead of, I want to exercise more, say, I will walk for 20 minutes after dinner.
Clear goals remove some of the confusion.
You do not have to decide every day what you are going to do.
The plan is already there.
And when the decision is simple, taking action becomes easier.
So consistency isn't about being perfect, and it's not about doing huge amounts of work.
It's about making a clear plan that you can realistically repeat.
Start small.
Choose a specific time.
Connect the habit to your routine.
And give yourself permission to have difficult days.
Because the real secret is not doing something perfectly.
The real secret is learning how to come back again and again.
All right, now let's continue talking about consistency and look at some practical ways to make your daily habits easier to follow.
Yes, because sometimes we know what we should do, but knowing is not enough. We also need to make the action easy to start.
One useful idea is to prepare before you begin.
Preparation can remove small problems that usually stop us.
For example, if you want to study English in the morning, prepare your notebook and headphones the night before.
Then, when you wake up, everything is ready.
You do not need to search for your notebook or decide which lesson to study.
You can simply sit down and begin.
The same idea works for exercise.
If you want to exercise in the morning, put your clothes somewhere easy to see before you go to bed.
When you wake up, you already know what to do.
Small preparation can make the first step much easier.
And the first step is often the hardest part.
Once you begin, continuing is usually easier.
Another helpful idea is to focus on the process instead of only the result.
For example, if your goal is to become fluent in English, fluency may feel very far away.
You might think, I still have so much to learn.
That thought can make you feel discouraged.
Instead, focus on today's action. Today, I will listen to English for 15 minutes.
Tomorrow, you can do it again.
You do not need to become fluent today. You only need to practice today.
This way of thinking can make a big goal feel smaller.
The same thing applies to other goals.
If you want to write a book, do not think about the whole book every morning.
Just think about writing 1 page.
If you want to get healthier, focus on today's meal or today's walk.
If you want to save money, focus on today's spending.
Big results are usually created by small actions repeated over time.
Another important part of consistency is tracking your progress.
You can keep it very simple.
Use a calendar and put a small mark on each day you complete your habit.
Or use a notebook and write down what you did.
For example, you could write, Monday, 15 minutes of English.
Tuesday, 15 minutes of English.
Wednesday, 10 minutes of English.
Even if the amount changes, you can see that you are continuing.
Seeing your progress can give you a little motivation.
It also helps you understand your own habits.
Maybe you notice that you always miss your habit on Friday.
Then you can ask yourself why.
Maybe Friday is too busy.
Maybe you need a shorter routine that day.
Instead of forcing yourself to follow the same plan every day, you can adjust it.
For example, Monday through Thursday, you might practice for 20 minutes.
On Friday, you might practice for only 5 minutes.
The important thing is to keep the connection with the habit.
This brings us to another important idea. Have a minimum version of your habit.
I really like this idea because it helps on difficult days.
Your normal goal might be 20 minutes of English.
But your minimum goal could be 5 minutes.
On a good day, you do 20 minutes.
On a bad day, you do 5.
Both days count.
You are teaching yourself that difficult days do not have to become 0 days.
Exactly.
Maybe you planned to read 10 pages, but you were very tired.
Read 1 page.
Maybe you planned to exercise for 30 minutes, but you have very little energy.
Take a 10-minute walk.
Maybe you planned to study grammar for an hour.
Study for 10 minutes.
A smaller action is better than doing nothing if your goal is to maintain the habit.
But we should also remember that rest is important.
Yes, being consistent does not mean forcing yourself when you truly need to rest.
Sometimes your body or mind needs a break.
Rest can help you return with more energy.
The important thing is to understand the difference between resting and avoiding.
Resting means you consciously decide to take a break.
Avoiding means you keep making excuses because you do not want to start.
Sometimes we tell ourselves, "I'm too busy," when we actually have 10 free minutes.
We can be very creative when we want to avoid something.
Yes, suddenly cleaning the entire room sounds very important.
But if you notice that you are avoiding your habit, make the first step extremely small.
Tell yourself, "I'll do it for just 2 minutes."
Open the book.
Put on your headphones.
Write 1 sentence.
Start walking.
Once you begin, you may naturally continue longer.
Another challenge is distractions.
Phones are probably one of the biggest distractions in modern life.
You sit down to study and think, "I'll just check 1 message."
Then 1 message becomes 5 minutes.
5 minutes becomes 20 minutes.
And suddenly you are watching a video about something completely unrelated.
We have all been there.
So if your phone makes it difficult to focus, create some distance.
Put it in another room.
Turn off notifications.
Or put it somewhere you cannot easily reach.
You do not need incredible self-control if you can improve your environment.
Your environment can either support your habit or make it harder.
Make the good habit easy to start.
And make distractions a little harder to reach.
Another useful strategy is to tell someone about your goal.
A friend, family member, or study partner can help you stay responsible.
For example, you can tell a friend, "I'm going to practice English for 15 minutes every day this month."
Then you can share your progress with them.
You do not need someone to control you.
Sometimes simply telling another person makes your goal feel more real.
You can also find someone who has the same goal.
If both of you are learning English, you can practice together.
You can send each other a short voice message every day.
Or ask each other 1 simple question in English.
This makes consistency more social and enjoyable.
And when something is enjoyable, you're more likely to continue.
That's another important point.
Your habits should not feel like punishment.
If you hate the way you practice, it will be difficult to continue for a long time.
So find a way to make the process interesting.
If you like music, learn English through songs.
If you like stories, listen to English stories.
If you enjoy conversations, listen to English podcasts.
If you like writing, keep a simple English journal.
You can improve while doing something you already enjoy.
And that makes consistency feel more natural.
One final thing to remember is that progress can be slow.
Sometimes you practice for weeks and feel like nothing is changing.
But your brain may be learning more than you realize.
You may suddenly understand a sentence that was difficult before.
You may speak more easily in a conversation.
You may remember a word without translating it.
These small changes are signs of progress.
So don't stop simply because the results are not visible yet.
Keep showing up.
Keep practicing.
Keep making the habit part of your life.
Because consistency is not about seeing results every day.
It's about creating actions that can continue long enough for the results to appear. Now, let's talk about one of the hardest parts of staying consistent: what to do when you simply do not feel like doing anything.
Yes, because even with a good plan, there will be days when your motivation disappears.
You may wake up tired, look at your goal, and think, I'll start again tomorrow.
And tomorrow can sound very attractive when today feels difficult.
But if you always wait until you feel motivated, you may wait for a very long time.
Motivation comes and goes.
Some days you have a lot of energy.
Other days, you have almost none.
Consistency means learning how to take a small action even when your motivation is low.
This does not mean forcing yourself to do a huge amount of work.
It means keeping the habit alive.
If you normally study English for 30 minutes, but today you feel exhausted, study for 5 minutes.
If you normally exercise for an hour, take a short walk.
If you normally read 10 pages, read 2.
You are telling yourself, I can still do something.
And that small action can protect your habit.
Another important thing is to stop expecting every day to look the same.
Your energy, schedule, and responsibilities can change.
Some days are productive.
Some days are slow.
Some days you have plenty of time.
Other days you are busy from morning until night.
A flexible habit can survive these changes better than a strict one.
For example, your goal can be to practice English every day, but the amount of practice can change.
Monday, 20 minutes.
Tuesday, 15 minutes.
Wednesday, 10 minutes.
Thursday, 5 minutes.
Friday, 20 minutes.
The numbers are different, but you are still practicing.
This is much more realistic than believing every day must be perfect.
Another useful idea is to remember why you started.
When you lose motivation, your reason can help you continue.
Maybe you are learning English because you want to travel.
Maybe you want to communicate with people from other countries.
Maybe you want a better job.
Maybe you want to feel more confident when speaking.
Or maybe you simply enjoy learning something new.
Whatever your reason is, keep it somewhere you can see it.
You can write it in a notebook, on your phone, or on a small piece of paper.
When you feel like giving up, read it again.
It reminds you that your daily practice has a purpose.
But there is another important point.
Your reason does not need to be dramatic.
You do not need a huge, life-changing reason to build a habit.
Maybe you just want to become a little better than you were yesterday.
That is enough.
Small goals can still be meaningful.
Another thing that can help is celebrating your progress.
You do not have to wait until you reach the final goal.
If you practice English for 30 days, recognize that achievement.
If you finish your first book in English, be proud of yourself.
If you speak to someone in English for the first time, remember that moment.
Progress deserves attention.
When you notice your progress, you give yourself a reason to continue.
And sometimes you need to look backwards to see how far you have come.
Imagine your English was very difficult for you 6 months ago.
Maybe you could understand only simple sentences.
Now you can listen to a podcast and understand most of it.
Maybe you used to be afraid to speak.
Now you can have a short conversation.
Those changes may seem small, but they are important.
Consistency creates those changes quietly.
You do not always notice the progress while it is happening.
It's like watching a plant grow.
You may look at it every morning and think nothing has changed.
But after several weeks, you suddenly notice that it's much bigger.
Your habits can work in the same way.
Small actions may not seem powerful today.
But repeated actions can create a completely different result over time.
Now, let's imagine someone who wants to become more consistent with English.
They decide to create a simple routine.
Every morning, they listen to English for 10 minutes.
After lunch, they review 5 useful phrases.
In the evening, they speak about their day for 5 minutes.
That is only 20 minutes of focused practice.
It may not look like a lot.
But imagine doing that for 30 days.
That becomes 10 hours of practice.
Now imagine doing it for 6 months.
The small daily actions begin to create a much bigger amount of practice.
This is why you should never underestimate a small habit.
One more useful strategy is to avoid making too many goals at the same time.
If you try to change everything at once, you may become overwhelmed.
You want to exercise every morning, learn English, read 20 pages, cook healthy meals, save money, and learn a new skill.
That sounds exciting for about 3 days.
Then your brain says, "Can we please relax?"
Exactly.
Instead, choose 1 or 2 important habits first.
Build them into your routine.
Once they become easier, you can add something else.
Slow progress is still progress.
And a simple routine that you can continue is better than a perfect routine that you abandon.
So if you want to stay consistent every day, remember these ideas.
Start small.
Make your goal clear.
Choose a specific time.
Connect your habit to something you already do.
Prepare before you begin.
Remove distractions when possible.
Track your progress.
Have a smaller version of your habit for difficult days.
Do not depend completely on motivation.
And remember why you started.
Most importantly, do not let one bad day become a bad week.
If you miss one day, simply return the next day.
You do not need to punish yourself.
You do not need to start from zero.
Your previous effort still counts.
Just continue from where you stopped.
And now, while you're listening, think about one habit you want to build.
Do not choose 10 things.
Choose one.
Then make it smaller.
If you want to learn English, maybe your first goal is just 10 minutes of English every day.
If you want to read, maybe read 2 pages.
If you want to exercise, maybe walk for 10 minutes.
Make the first step so simple that you have very few reasons not to do it.
Then repeat it.
Again tomorrow.
And the day after that.
And when you have a difficult day, make the habit smaller instead of abandoning it.
Remember, consistency is not about being perfect.
It's about continuing.
You can move slowly.
You can take breaks.
You can make mistakes.
You can have difficult days.
But you can always come back.
That's what makes a habit strong.
So be patient with yourself and give your goals enough time to grow.
Small actions may feel unimportant today, but they can create powerful results when you repeat them.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us at Talk Sara English.
We hope this conversation helps you build simple habits and stay consistent with the things that matter to you.
And if you have one habit you want to build, share it with us in the comments.
You can write, "My daily habit is," and complete the sentence in English.
It's a simple way to practice English and make your goal more real.
Keep going, stay patient, and remember that you do not have to do everything today.
Just take one small step.
Then take another one tomorrow.
And slowly, those small steps can become a completely different life.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode of Talk Sara English.